Where my Sixers fans at? What were we just talking about last week? Where my Harden and Embiid or the new Shaq and Kobe? Where are my Sixers fans? Oh, we're going to the finals. Oh, we the best team in the league. Da 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 da. Where y'all at? Just like Kyle got his aggression with the Knicks, now I'm coming at the Sixers fan base, and I'm more than willing to take all the scrutiny because what did I say last week? Y'all gonna come across a good team that's gonna whoop y'all ass. You're gonna see the lack of effort from Harden. You're gonna see the issues with Embiid. You're gonna see the team just completely fall apart, but right in front of your face. And what happened? The guy that you traded away didn't even play, and y'all lost by 29 points. Let's just round it up. Y'all lost by 30 at home to KD and Kyrie, a man that plays half the year, to your superstar tandem, to your elite tandem. Don't ever disrespect Kobe and Shaq like that again. Y'all couldn't even beat a team with a definitive center with Andre Drummond being the shell of a player that he used to be. Joel should have eaten his ass, bro. And I paused. That was a terrible sentence. But Joel should have destroyed him. James Harden should have cooked last night, or should I say today, because y'all gonna be hearing this, obviously in the morning. But what happened? I don't understand. Where's all the hype? James Harden had 11. He was a plus minus a negative 30. We got Joel Embiid with 27 points, but he's 5 of 17 from the field, so he made all his points at the free throw line. But I think that's a plus minus a negative 30, Kyle, if I'm not mistaken. We're looking at Tobias Harris, the guy that you guys said was trash, who was 5 of 10 from the field, which is 50% for those of you that can't do math. He was 4 of 5 from 3, which is 1 missed field goal from the 3-point line. He was a negative 24 in the plus minus, but he had 16 efficient points. So once again, I stand by that. If you give him looks, he will play efficiently, but neither here nor there. So we're looking at this and we're saying, you know what? Maybe we got to give him a pass. Maybe Brooklyn had some players that were hurt. You know what? They didn't. Kyrie, KD, Andre Drummond, Seth Curry, they were loaded, but they were missing the guy that y'all traded away, that you bashed the second he landed in Philly or got off the bus in Philadelphia. Didn't even play. You guys put so much effort into booing the shit out of Ben Simmons. You forgot that you had a whole basketball team that sucked today. Okay? 100 points. There's all you could score against this Brooklyn team, who is known for horrid defense. Ben didn't even play, and you gave up 130 points. I know I keep rounding up 1 point, but it's just funnier that way to me. So when you look at that that Kobe and Shaq comparison with the Joel and James Harden comparison, I'm not really getting that vibe tonight. I'm not really seeing the positivity that Philly had just a week ago when they beat some shitty-ass teams. Now, granted, Brooklyn is in the bottom of the Eastern Conference standings in terms of out of the top 8 seeds, and they still mop the floor with you. KD ain't even have to drop 30 on y'all for you to get embarrassed because everybody was eating. Bro, KD had 25. Bruce Brown had 11. Obviously, Andre Drummond isn't anybody of a scorer. He had 7 points. Kyrie had 22. Seth had 24. Freaking James Johnson off the bench, that old man, had 16. Patty Mills had 10 points. Claxton had 9 points. Yeah, what happened? I don't understand. James Harden was just averaging triple-doubles. Joel Embiid was in the MVP conversation for being a dominant physical force. The last time we've seen something like that was Shaq. They're saying that he was better than Jokic. Y'all couldn't even beat the AC Brooklyn Nets without Ben Simmons. So come on, I want to hear it. I really do. Y'all better remember y'all place in the Eastern Conference, man, because there are teams just like this at the top, whether that be Chicago, whether that be Milwaukee, and whether that be damn Brooklyn at the 8 seed. You better recognize, because there were plenty of instances where James Harden just lost the ball, no effort to get it back. Horrible shot selection, no effort to getting back on defense. And he just kept pulling. So what are you going to do? What was James Harden shooting percentage today? He was 3 of 17. I can't do math, but I know that's damn well under 30% from the field. So we're really going to sit here and just say, well, you know what? He had an off game. No, he played a real basketball team with a competitive opposing team, and y'all sucked. So I'm going to rebuttal every single Philadelphia fan that came at me sideways just a week ago and say, I told you so. This is what's going to happen in the postseason if you don't ship up. James Harden and Joel Embiid are nothing and never will be anything in that Kobe and Shaq comparison. Let that be stated tonight for the rest of our lives. Don't ever use that sentence ever again.
James was a shell of himself Thursday night. I mean, 3 of 17. Kevin, that's under 15% from the field. That's atrocious. And it wasn't like Joel Embiid was any better. Joel Embiid was 5 of 17. I mean, this is a 1-2 combination that Philly has with Joel and James Harden. And they combined for what? 8 of 34? That's atrocious. That's just, you can't have that. And Philly is one of the better teams in the Eastern Conference. But man, when you lose by damn near 30 points to Brooklyn, I know Brooklyn's really kind of on the rise just because they do have Kyrie back. They do have Kevin Durant in the fold. Like, this is a good team that Brooklyn has. But I think the one guy that probably took it the most personally was probably Seth Curry. Seth Curry dropped 24 points, was damn near the leading scorer for the Nets in that matchup against the 76ers. And it was just a runaway game. I mean, Kevin, we were talking about this game as it was going on. I think it got to a 36-point lead for Brooklyn at one point in the fourth quarter. It was just that bad of a beatdown. And when you look at this, granted, this is just one game, but we're only about a month and a half away from the playoffs starting. And if you're Philly, this is not something that's going to boost confidence going into the latter part of the season because man, Brooklyn's gonna have a lot of confidence. They're gonna get a lot of swagger from this game because when they could beat down a team like this on the road, put up 130 points in the process, and essentially have that home team's fan base leave in mass at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, Philly is down bad right now. Hopefully, they kind of learn from their mistakes in this game. They rebound quick, fast, and in a hurry. But me, I'm looking at Brooklyn. Brooklyn's getting a lot of confidence at the right time. See what happens with Kyrie and the whole vaccine mandate situation going on in New York. But we said it before. Kyrie is able to play those home games if they get rid of that vaccine mandate in New York. Brooklyn is basically ready to go to the finals if that's the case because Kyrie has been absolutely balling out in the away games for Brooklyn this season. Kevin Durant is fully healthy. This team looks ready to rock and roll. And that's how good Brooklyn is at this current moment in time. But Philly, they got to get it together, and they got to get it together fast.